Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're doing a little Catrice Cosmetics haul. I'm also going to throw in a wear test with their True Skin line. I have the foundation and concealer and a couple little other fun things. I ordered all of these things myself from the Catrice website, and I'll be honest with you, the whole reason why I wanted to place an order was for this oil-infused blush. This was a recommendation from a long-time YouTube family member here, so Trisha, hopefully you don't mind me calling you out, but you are to blame for this, pretty much this entire haul, because the whole reason that I ordered on the website was because that was the only place to get this blush. So I didn't go too crazy. I only picked up 4 products, but I've been wearing them all day long, so I'm going to give you an application demo, a wear test, and you know, one day is not the be-all end-all for new products, but it gives us a pretty good idea. Let's start with the True Skin line. I ordered the foundation in the shade Neutral Ivory. You'll see in the application demo, this is a little bit too light for me. I feel like I was really able to make it work with a little bit of powder and a little bit of bronzer. I think it truly looks fine, but when I first applied it, it was looking a little ghostly. I need something just a smidge darker, but overall I was really able to make it work. This foundation comes in 20 shades and it's priced at $11. I think that's a really, really good price, especially considering this is actually a glass bottle and there's a pump. You know, the pump and the lid feel a little bit cheapy, but honestly, $11 for a full-size foundation in a glass bottle with a fully functioning pump on it. I was really impressed just from a packaging standpoint that this was offered for only $11, which is a great drugstore price. There's also a True Skin concealer. I got this in the shade Neutral Ivory as well, and I think the concealer shade worked a little bit better for me just because I do tend to go a shade or so lighter for my concealer for a brightening effect. The concealer comes in 15 shades and it is $7. I do have 2 more color cosmetic items in my little haul. First, obviously the Cheek Lover Oil Infused Blush. There's only 1 shade of this available right now. This one's called Blooming Hibiscus. I would love to see more shades come out in the future, but this is very much that bright pink with a gold shift, classic NARS Orgasm type of universally flattering blush color. I put that in air quotes, but I do think that this will be pretty universally flattering. If there was such a thing, it would be that kind of color. And that blush is $7. Then, because of who I am as a person, I got a tinted lip balm. I love tinted lip balms. We're really hitting all the things I love. Hydrating base products, shimmery glowy cheek product, and a tinted lip balm. I mean, really, all we're missing is a purple eyeshadow at this point. There are 4 shades available for this product. I got the one called Sparkling Guave. I know, I want to say guava, but it has an E on the end. Guave, maybe? I don't know. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I'm sure somebody will let me know. And this is priced at $6. I want to show you all of these products in action. So we're going to do an application demo and I'll show you my wear test check-ins throughout the day, and then I'll wrap up all my thoughts at the end. I like to start my application demos with a close-up look at just my bare, clean skin. That way you can get an idea of what we're starting off with, and this will hopefully help make the amount of coverage a little bit more apparent as well. I am going to go ahead and use some primer here. I've been struggling with some extra dryness as the weather's been cooling off, so I've been really loving this NYX Marshmallow Primer. Now I'm going to use the True Skin Foundation in the shade Neutral Ivory. I'm using a little less than half a pump spread out the side of my face here. It's too light. This is the point where I realized that it's just way too light, but we're gonna work with what we've got. I'm doing 1/2 of my face here, blending in with my ColourPop sponge, just so that we can get a true side by side and see what the coverage looks like. before we jump into the full face being covered up and putting the concealer on, I think you get a pretty good image here. It's not so full coverage that it looks fake. It still looks really skin-like. And I think it would be even more skin-like if it was a better match to my skin tone. But the coverage is nice. It's definitely evening out, but it's not giving me a really flat look to the skin, especially with how pale this shade is. We are at risk for looking a little lifeless and a little ghastly. And I think the hydrating tendencies of this foundation still make my skin look really fresh and healthy, even if I do have a bit of a pallor about me at this point. The concealer is going to help, and then in a little bit we'll do some powder and bronzer that will also help liven it up a little bit. But you can see here the concealer is a bit warmer in tone. At least that's the way it looks to me. You can let me know what you think. And I'm going to do the same thing here. Apply the concealer to one side so that you can see a side by side. Again, I'm very, very happy with the amount of coverage and especially the finish. It gives me a very fresh looking under eye, and you know, I'm approaching those late 30s, and a fresh looking under eye is really all the makeup goals I need sometimes. Both the foundation and the concealer blended out seamlessly. It was a breeze with this little damp ColourPop sponge. Went on easily. I think my skin looks great so far. And aside from the shade choice mishap, which is entirely on me, I think this is great. So far, so good. Fantastic first impressions. I am going to do a little bit of work here now to make this match me a bit better. So I'm using the Shape Tape Glow Powder. This is going to warm up and liven up the shade a little bit. I'm also going to apply some of my current favorite bronzer. It's the Huda Glowish bronzer. Typically, I try not to add too many powder products when I'm doing a wear test like this, but I think this is really important to actually make the shade work. Now it's time for the Cheek Lover oil-infused blush in the shade Blooming Hibiscus. Again, I'm just going to apply to one side so you can see the difference, and this is nicely pigmented. It's not difficult to control, but you really only need a good 1 or 2 swipes over the cheek and you are blushed up and ready to go. Of course, I'm going to try this tinted lip balm as well. Then we'll take a close-up look at the freshly applied makeup. This is just the foundation, concealer, a little bit of powder and bronzer, along with the Catrice blush and the tinted lip balm. Everything looks great upon application. No major red flags going up for me just yet. So I'm going to finish my eyeshadow and I'll be back with some check-ins. I'm here for my first wear test check-in with these Catrice products. As you can see, I did my eyeshadow. Just FYI, I'm wearing this Too Faced mini palette, the Forbidden Fruitcake. I've been wearing this makeup now for about 2 hours, so I want to give you a really close-up look at my face. But first I want to point out that I've only reapplied this tinted balm once in the past 2 hours, and I've even been drinking this water, and barely any of the tinted lip balm has come off on the can. I was really impressed by that. So let's take a close-up look at the face. I'd say overall my skin looks really great. It doesn't look too dry. It looks very natural, very skin-like. You can still see some of my kind of red spots peeking through, so it's not super full coverage, but I don't mind that. I like a more skin-like finish, and I do think this looks very natural. The blush still looks really glowy and really pretty. I did put on some bronzer as you saw, but I didn't add any highlight or anything, and I'm really getting a nice shiny cheek from this blush, which I love. I know it's not for everybody, but it is for me and I really like it. Let's take a look at the nose. This can be a problem area for me a lot. We're not really gunking up in the nose crease, at least not yet, so that's a great sign. My under eyes look really nice and hydrated. I didn't put any extra setting powder particularly on the under eye area. Now, I didn't use a ton of this. I didn't want to overdo it and risk looking cakey. This says high coverage. I would say it's more of a medium coverage. You can still see like this little blue vein here. We're not getting Shape Tape levels of coverage or anything, which again is fine. I do prefer personally a more skin-like and a more natural skin type of look. So I disagree with the label, but I really, really like the way that it looks on. I think my under eyes look really fresh and really hydrated. Let's see how the forehead wrinkles are doing. Not bad. Typically I get a big bunch of product in this forehead wrinkle that I have right here, and so far it doesn't look bad at all. I think my skin, again, it looks very natural, looks very hydrated and fresh. At the 2-hour mark, very, very happy with the way this looks. I think it looks just like it did when I applied it, if not a little bit better as it sort of warmed to my face. I'm gonna go finish filming my Too Faced Forbidden Fruitcake review and charge my camera battery before I do my final check-in. I'm hoping to get at least 5 or 6 hours of wear into this wear test. I know that most people wear their foundation for longer than that, but my filming time is only so long while my kid's at school, so I'll do my best. And I will see you back here soon. I mean, it'll be several hours for me, but it will be just right now for you. So I'll see you now. I'm back for my final check-in. I made it just about to 6 hours of wear on this makeup. Let's take a close-up look and see how everything has held up throughout the day. I will say the only thing I've been touching up is my lip product. This is a tinted balm, so it's not something that has a really long wear time, but that's not a bad thing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Let's see how the face is holding up. One thing that I've noticed is it does look like it's either getting dry or maybe separating around my mouth a little bit. It's not as bad on this side, but it definitely looks like it's kind of worn off or separated a little bit around my mouth. I will say the cheeks still look great. This blush has barely budged. I mean, it's probably faded a slight bit from when I applied it, but overall, I think the blush wear time is really, really impressive. That's usually one of the first things that wears off on me, is my blush will disappear more quickly than anything else. And it still looks fantastic, glowy, cute. Let's check for nose gunk. Still not bad, although again, it does look like it's kind of separating in that area. I do feel like maybe I've lost some of the coverage of my concealer throughout the day. It looks like the concealer has faded off a little bit, but like I said, I don't set my under eyes. I stopped doing that a while ago just because it tends to look dry and kind of crepey on me. If you like to set your under eyes, or if that works for you, that's fine. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I have worn a lot of makeup. I've been doing my own makeup for many, many years now, and this is what's been working for me. Maybe if I had set it, it would stick around a little bit longer, but it still doesn't look bad. I mean, it still looks really hydrated. I'm not getting a bunch of cakey, dry sadness. So, I mean, I would take a little bit of loss of coverage over getting cakey and flaky and crepey looking. So, overall, not hating it. I'm not getting a ton of buildup in my little forehead wrinkles, which is great. The overall look is still really nice. The nature of reviews like this is to have to be really, really picky and really look up close and zoom in and, you know, kind of look at all that stuff that on a day-to-day, you know, conversational distance, we're not really picking apart as much. So even though I am pointing out some areas where I've had some wearing off or breaking up, it's overall, when you look even from this distance, which is pretty zoomed in still, I think that the skin looks really nice. It's still a nice coverage in that my skin looks really evened out, but it's not so much that it doesn't really look like my skin. Overall, I think it looks fantastic. Everything wore well. Everything feels completely weightless. I think it looks really fresh, really hydrated. So I am not even a little bit mad at how this looks after 6 straight hours of wear with no touch-ups. Between the actual application of these products and how well they've worn throughout the day, I am incredibly impressed with the performance. The shade being a little too light is totally my fault. I was just shooting my shot on picking a shade, and obviously I chose something a little bit too light for me, but even so, I think I was really able to make this work for me. I think my skin looks fantastic. Foundation and concealer both did really, really well for me. I'm impressed with the packaging on all of these products, frankly. Also, all of these products are made in Italy. Made in Italy products have a great reputation for being really high quality, and I think we're seeing that reflected in the performance of these 4 products that I picked up today. The packaging is cute. The shade range is pretty good. I would say 20 foundations. You know, it's no Fenty 40, but for an $11 foundation, I don't think that it's shabby. And I know that this product has been gaining a lot of popularity in the last few months. So I think this is the type of product that would be a great candidate for a shade range expansion. Very happy with the base products. However, I think my favorites are the color cosmetic products that I got. The blush looks fantastic after 6 hours of wear. Both of these performed really well. They suit my style, they're comfortable, they're easy breezy type of products, they're not super expensive. These are the type of products that are going to work well for a lot of people. They're going to look great across a wide range of skin tones, of personal styles, of experience levels, age groups. I just think that these are great staple products that perform well. They have really cute, impressive packaging, especially for the price. Did you see the close-up of this little lip balm? The little details on here, these feel like way more luxurious products than the $6, $7 price point. I'm shocked. I'm definitely going to be shopping more from Catrice Cosmetics because I am incredibly impressed, incredibly happy with my purchase here. I would love to know if you've tried any of these products or if any of these are on your wish list, and let me know what I need to get from Catrice next because I'm already ready to place another order at this point. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Okay, alright. Alright. Today, maybe start over. Okay, you got this. It's fine. I ordered the foundation in the shade Neutral Ivory. I be messing up these words. Okay. Oh boy. It's been a long day. I got chased by a wasp outside earlier. I was just minding my own business. I was on my own back porch and this wasp came flying towards my face. It was terrifying. I'm sure if any of my neighbors could see me, I just looked crazy. That's how you really do a wear test. You gotta be attacked by wasps. I'm just so dedicated to this channel, you know? I didn't get stung, so I'm fine. Oh, it's so close. Okay, I'm fine. And see how everything is held up. My sister just tried to call me. I'm busy. Now she's gonna text me. Okay, what am I doing? Now, wherever, okay. Figure that out later. What am I trying to say? Wouldn't that be such a cool collab if Catrice wanted to collab with me to make some of these blushes? Catrice, if you ever see this, you know, my email is below. Feel free to reach out. What? I don't even know. Sometimes I get so excited, you know, just okay, where was I? Oh my gosh. This stuff is so great. Why doesn't Catrice get any hype? There are a lot of good drugstore blushes. Should I make a favorite drugstore blushes video? And if I do, am I allowed to put a ColourPop blush in it? I love blush and tinted lip balm and hydrating concealer and shimmery eyeshadow. Pretty much everything. I like everything. You know what else I like? No, strike that. You know what I love? I love your face. Thanks for watching. You are such a gem, and I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon, okay? Bye!